Welcome to Okinawa here in Japan for game day 3 of the FIBA World Cup qualifiers as Japan welcome China. Two of the traditional powerhouse Asian teams going toe-to-toe here this evening. Get set for what should be an enthralling 40 minutes of basketball. These two teams, though, on different sides of things at the moment, but here is our schedule for Group B. As you see, Chinese Taipei take on Korea, and then later on in this window, Japan against Korea and Chinese Taipei against China. A huge slate of games over this second qualification window. Right now, the standings look like this. Japan top of the table, 2-0. Korea behind them, just on points difference, also 2 wins out of 2. China and Chinese Taipei yet to pick up a win in these qualifiers. As such, this does make this qualification campaign very, very important for China. Currently ranked 27th in the world, 5th in Asia. A long time as one of the leading lights of Asian basketball. However, they're in a little bit of a situation right now and they need to correct their course. Recent results haven't gone their way, and they're certainly not at the standard they usually hold themselves to. China really enter today's game not in a must-win situation, but certainly Coach Guo there will have pressure on his shoulders, knowing they really do need to secure a win here today. Now all attention turns to Japan at the other end of the floor. They are one of the fastest growing basketball nations, moving themselves up the rankings. 22nd in the world now, 2nd in Asia. Only Australia sits above them in this region. And it is going from strength to strength. It's almost now with this Japanese national team, they arrive at a qualification game or any game with the expectation to win no matter who stood in front of them. And that is always a powerful place to be as a team. It's no longer the case that they just look for good performances. They expect to qualify for every tournament, and alongside that deliver increasingly impressive displays. I say, leaving that opening window, 2 wins out of 2 against Chinese Taipei will have given them confidence and has given them the foundation to really push on in these qualifiers. They face Korea on Sunday. And if they can pick up a win here today, that locks them in through to the second round. Don't get me wrong, they won't be satisfied with just that. They'll be wanting to leave this first round without any losses whatsoever, and I'm sure that coach Okatani will expect the same.
If you're able, please rise.
We'll now have a breaking commentary for the national anthems. First, the national anthem of China, followed by the national anthem for Japan.
The national anthem of People's Republic of China.続いて日本国国歌です。本日はかりゆし58前川慎吾さんに独唱にて行っていただきます。The National Anthem of Japan, sung by Shingo Maekawa of かりゆし58。
君が夜は千代にや千代 刺され石の岩を隣で苔の結まで日本のバスケットボールが描く大きな夢を今日沖縄から世界に向けて送り出しましょう。
前川慎吾さんに盛大な拍手をお送りください。ありがとうございました。
Both teams fully locked in right now, ready to go. They'll head to the half, exchange handshakes and gifts as we race towards our opening tip-off here, under 5 minutes away right now. Remember, dozens of games going on across the world in these World Cup qualifiers. Let's have a quick look at our officials for today's game. It's Ryan Jones, Frida Myongmi, as well as Leong Chu Wen Wing from New Zealand, Thailand and Singapore respectively. And that is our game ball ready to go. Both teams now entering that critical phase of warm-ups. And these two teams, they are no strangers. They have played each other so many times on the biggest stages. And expect another high-level 40 minutes of basketball here. Here's the starting five for China. They will go with Zhao, Hu, He, Chu and Wang as the starting five for Coach Guo to lock into. Major changes from the 12 that suited up in the first window. Just 5 players of the 12 returning here today. That kind of tells you maybe how that performance in the first window was received and how Coach Guo is looking for a reaction now from the national team to step up here in the second window. If at the end of the day they are 0-3, that really does put them in a little bit of a hole. And as for Japan, they could end the day 3-0. Certainly a different prospect. Here is the starting five for Japan. Saito, Watanabe, Baba, Nishida, as well as Kirk. Expect plenty coming off the bench though for Japan. The likes of Togashi, Tominagi will no doubt have an impact on today's game. Obviously the coaching change as well. Just a little over 2 weeks ago, they announced Coach Okatani as the new head coach, taking over from Tom Hovas. That is big shoes to fill, but the Golden Kings head coach, I think, is ready to go. Not a bad place for him to start his national team coaching career either. This is the arena that his club team play in, so plenty of home fans for him in the crowd, I'm sure, to lift him and his team to the win here today. There is your Tissot 1 minute to countdown timer as we get locked in for a big game here today. If you haven't already, do head over to the FIBA World Cup website. Sign up for the fantasy basketball game, first ever fantasy basketball competition for the national teams. That'll certainly add to the enjoyment you'll get out of today's game. Both fives now coming to the floor, ready to go. You can almost sense how important this game is for all of those players and coaches. You can see from their body language and their facial expressions. They want to deliver here today. A bumper crowd here in Okinawa as well. to welcome this Japanese team. Two home games in this window for Japan. And we're underway here in Okinawa. Game day 3 of the FIBA Basketball World Cup qualifiers. Japan against China. Two familiar foes on the basketball court, going toe-to-toe. Catch and shoot at the top, off right though. That one will roll out of bounds and China will get their first possession of the game. You can see the intensity already. Defense being played hard by Baba. Her stepping through, but that will be a travel. Little skip on the way through from her Shening. As you would expect, a loud crowd here in Okinawa. A real hotbed for basketball in Japan. Baseline cut and a two-handed flush. That is a way to get the game underway. Watanabe with a little bit of power at the rim. Foul will be whistled. I think that one's on Kirk. And there is the power throwdown from Watanabe. Every time he suits up, Yuta Watanabe for the national team, it means so much. Ju goes along the baseline, good defensive stand offered up by Nishida. Watanabe hands it away into the hands of Saito. Watanabe for three. Oh, he's getting going early today. Yuta Watanabe lifting the crowd with him. Saito will be called for the foul as he tries to recover. There's the three from Watanabe. 5 early points for him. China will know that he is an important piece of the puzzle for Japan, and I'm sure that Coach Guo has spoken to his team about how they can potentially lock him out of the game, or at least try to. Zhao trying to find a way through, kicks it to the corner. Wang for three. That one's over the back of the backboard, but it's found inside. Kirk will grab the rebound at the second opportunity in a 2-on-1 breakaway. Oh, the pass slightly off target by Baba. Baseline ball for Japan. Japan playing with a huge amount of confidence early in this one. Saito inside to Kirk, has the mismatch, draws the foul. Have to earn his points the hard way though from the free throw line, Alex Kirk. It's a smart play by the veteran big man. Kirk taking part in his first game in this qualification campaign as Coach Okutani brings him in. Can't get the first to go though. Plenty of familiar faces from the opening window though. 9 of the 12 return here for the second qualification phase. Kirk splits his free throws. Japan's lead is out to 6. Into the game for the first time comes Lee. Her now with ball in hand. Zhao backs it out, waits for the screen from Hu. Zhao just cuts through like a hot knife through butter, makes it look easy for the opening points for China. High screen, foul will be called though. Wang just caught with his hand in the cookie jar a little. Tries to chase over this screen, does a good job. It's that left arm, isn't it? Absolutely, right call by the officials. Trying to fight his way over that huge Kirk screen. Into the corner for three, and it's good. And Japan, known for how deadly they are from outside, averaging 30 points a game in the first two qualifiers, as we see a nice little mid-range jumper land for Hu Jinchu. Kirk now hands it off to Baba. Back into the corner, other side of the floor this time, no good. Watanabe with the rebound, that's an air ball though. Knocked out of bounds by Lee, so Japan will retain possession on the baseline. Lee a little fortunate not to have a foul called potentially there. Saito now pulling all the strings early on. Lob pass inside for Kirk. Kirk being wrestled on the floor. Foul is on the floor. Kirk with a look of amazement on his face of how hard he's being hit in the paint. It's a lovely lob pass inside. The triple team collapses on the big man, but he is fouled early. It's that swinging left arm from Wang that will be called. Another change up for Coach Guo as Zhao Jiwei comes in. Nishida hands it to the wing. Back inside to Kirk, stripped away. Good quick hands by Zhao Jiwei. Good early impact for him. Good ball movement now by China. Strong move inside, will draw the foul. Blocking foul called on Baba. Let's have a look. Yeah, hasn't quite squared himself, still moving laterally. He at the line. Hear the crowd getting at it early. First is no good for He. The Shenzhen Leopards player back at the line for the second. His first game in these qualifiers. We'll get the second to go. And we'll see him check out of the action. Both teams making changes. Schaefer will come in for Japan. Saito hands it away. Nice little hezzy, dives inside, draws the foul from behind, and China picking up a lot of early fouls here. Nishida will head to the line. Nishida at the line for the two. Averaging 12 points across those first qualifiers, had 18 points and 6 rebounds in the last outing. The mainstay of this Japanese national team now. Comes up short with that attempt, scramble for the rebound. Will be Japan's ball though on the baseline. one put into Schaefer. He hands it away to Nishida. Not this time. Saito, though, scoops up the loose ball and will fade away with a little short corner jumper. Japan continuing to control this game. Their lead out to 7. Zhao hands it back. Yui hands it to Zhao, and the foul will be called on Schaefer. First foul of the game for him. Both teams early in the penalty here. Really does show the physicality of this game early. Both teams not giving up easy points, working hard. A little hesitation, ducks inside, scooped off the glass. Oh, big high rebound by Watanabe. Pours down the floor, free throw line jumper, and will draw the foul. That one whistled because the defender just didn't give space in the landing zone for Watanabe to come down easily. First trip of the night to the free throw line for Yuta Watanabe. Both coaches running through their rosters early in this game as well. Plenty of players getting minutes here. First no good for Watanabe. Neither the second. 75% free throw shooter in the first 2 games. Down low now. Yui Jahao trying to go to work, but Japan's defense scrambling. Schaefer manages to tie things up. Let's have a look at this. And it is that help down from Nishida that creates the disruption. Andu into the game for Japan now. First minutes of action for him. Catch and shoot on the wing for Jiang. Rebound pulled down by China though. Zhao throws it out of bounds. Right now, China looking a little lost on the floor. Only their second turnover of the game though. Andu swings around the corner. Foul's going to be whistled on Zhao Jiwei. Let's have a look at the replay. Yeah, gets caught up with Schaefer's leg. I understand what he's saying. It's a very wide screen. Does have to try and avoid it though. Zhao Jiwei will come out of the game as Zhao Rui will come back in. Schaefer at the line, no good with the first. Didn't feature in the last World Cup, Avi Schaefer. Did feature in the one before that though, in China. Didn't get a lot of time on the floor in that one. Although bearing in mind he was just 19 years of age at that stage. Liao, no good, stolen away. Watanabe goes ahead to Baba. Won't take it, will come back out, and Japan will set their half-court offense into flow. Offensive foul's going to be called now. Not sure if that was Ando or Schaefer. Yeah, Ando called for the foul. It's that left arm ripping through, and he didn't really need to. If he'd carried on, he would have probably drawn the foul as the arm was across his chest. Yu Watanabe now comes into the game for Japan. On the roll, kick to the wing. Zhang, no good. Oh, nice spin move, beautiful, quick, fluid momentum. Can't get that little right hand hook to go though. Very low scoring game here in the last 3 or 4 minutes. Both teams struggling to get good looks. Ando at the basket will draw the foul. Will have to earn his points from the line. Second foul of the game for Chao Rui. Ando at the line. 50% from the line in the first qualification window for the 33-year-old. First is good. Back out the line for the second, trying to extend that lead. Out to a 9-point lead now for Japan. Double change coming as we see Tominaga come into the game. A fan favorite for sure. Such an exciting player. Can shoot the ball from pretty much anywhere on the floor, probably even from anywhere in the car park. Liao hands it away, quick release on the wing. Big rebound pulled down though by Yui. Not this time, and a scramble for the rebound. Japan lock in their defensive board. Tominaga hands it back. Ando will back out and go again. Kirk on the roll. Ball doesn't find him though. Ando will draw the foul. That one whistled on Chao Rui. Oh, in fact, is it? Whistled on Liao. Ando back at the line for more free throws. 2 from 2 last time. First is no good though this time. A low-scoring, high fouling quarter we have seen so far here. No real surprises. Both these teams certainly have a rivalry with one another, and the physicality is stemming from that. Even more so from China's current 0-2 situation in these qualifiers. The pressure is certainly building on them. Drive inside, good spacing now by China needed. Catch and shoot in the slot, that one rolls in and away. Yu Watanabe with the rebound. Gets it back. Catch and shoot by Baba, no good. Sorry, by Hara. Liao finding a way through. Nice little pass, short corner jumper, and that's good. China needed that. Hu Jin-chu with a little mid-range jumper. Second basket of the game for him. China really have struggled to get points on the board in this one. Tominaga fades away, not this time. Kirk with the rebound though, he'll go strong to the basket. Draws the foul but can't get it to drop. You see his frustration with himself. 2 or 3 three-point opportunities, three-point play opportunities. Hasn't been able to get any of them to drop so far, but he's doing what Coach Okatani wants him to do, and that is disrupt, cause problems in the paint. First is good for Kirk. And the second. First double-digit lead of the game now for Japan. Into the game returns Wang Hao-ran. Has 2 fouls, so he'll have to go careful here for China. We'll also see Kanichka come into the game for the first time for Japan. Oh, nice little stop and go, and one. Liao Sanying with a smart play, knew he had an issue with the size matchup, draws Kirk into the air and draws the foul. That's a strong play by the 25-year-old. Out of the game goes Kirk as Schaefer comes back in. Kirk picking up his second foul there. Sanying heading to the line, one of the players that actually had a pretty good opening window. Had 17 points, 4 boards, 4 assists against Korea in game day 1. He was also part of China's Asia Cup silver medalist team last year, averaging over 5 points and 4 assists. Can't get the free throw to drop though. It will remain an 8-point lead here for Japan as we move our way into the final minute of this first quarter. Tominaga attacks the basket, finger roll for 2. Drive inside, kicked out, little fake, step in. Smart play again. Liao Sanying starting to warm up now, starting to lead this team. That is the kind of player they need. A focal point for them to build their push through. Tominaga goes on the baseline, short corner 2, tough shot, fading away. Big play by Keisei Tominaga, and that will not go, and that will be the buzzer to end the first quarter here in Okinawa. A very strong first 10 minutes of basketball from Japan, plenty of questions being asked of China. With the first quarter in the book, it's Japan 21, China 11. Here are some of the stats from that first quarter of action. Japan hitting a couple of threes. They are struggling from the free throw line. That will be of concern. China, it is not a pretty stat read for them. Just 38% from the field and only heading to the free throw line for 3 attempts. Certainly lots of work required for China. Here are some of the highlight plays from that first quarter of action. Yuta Watanabe got things underway with a roar as he throws it down for 2. Then he steps out, shows his range, and that is why he is critical to this Japanese team. He ended the quarter with 5 points and 2 rebounds. Here we see Zhao getting the first points on the board for China. Wasn't an easy quarter for China. Their leading scorers is Hu and Liao, both of those on 4 points. But it's the efficiency of scoring that's the problem. Just 5 from 16 from the field. Yet to hit a 3 as well. Whilst Japan right now are 6 from 12 and have a couple of triples to their name, and really that is why at this stage they have a 10-point lead here. Scan the QR code to get the Courtside 1891 app or log in via the web to watch live streams and extended highlights of all FIBA competitions. Second quarter underway here in Okinawa. Japan lead by 10 over China at this point. Game day 3 of the World Cup qualifiers. Tominaga feeds it inside, ball's knocked away. Japan will hold on to possession. That one stripped away from Schaefer. Oh, nice pass inside, and the bucket is good for Baba. Oh, sorry, it was Tominaga. Behind the back, Zhao Rui trying to find some space to operate. Sees a seam, goes to attack it. Foul's going to be called. That one, I think, is off the ball. Schaefer called for the foul. His second foul of the game. Let's have a look as it goes through. Yeah, it's Schaefer trying to fight over that screen. Schaefer will come out of the game now as Hugh Watanabe comes back in. And both Kirk and Schaefer on 2 fouls here. Coach Okatane not taking the risk. 3 ball is up and another miss from outside for China. Still looking for that elusive first triple of the game. Tominaga for 3. Skips over the iron and away. Hu with an important bucket for China. Togashi has started this second quarter. First minutes of the game for Yuki Togashi. Thrown away. Liao Sanying all the way to the bucket. And China just starting to get a little bit of rhythm. Their defense is going through the gears, and that's creating some offensive looks that they weren't getting in that first quarter. That is why we have a timeout called here by Coach Okatani, as he sees his team's lead brought back down to 8, but it's not the scoreline, it's the flow of the game right now that's the concern. Full focus on the defensive end in that Japanese huddle. Can't afford to give transition buckets up, and they're absolutely right. That is the way that China will battle their way back in. That's where they'll get their confidence from. Offensively in the half court, China have struggled in today's game so far. If they can find some easy transition points, that will make the game so much easier for China. Togashi hands it away to Nishida. Oh, lovely pass, backdoor cut from Baba. Pass hits him perfectly, makes it look easy. Foul will be called though. That one on Nishida. Sideline ball for China. Japan's lead back out to double digits. On the wing, another three goes astray. Foul's going to be whistled, I think, maybe on Hugh Watanabe. Let's have a look. Yeah, it's the hold. Absolutely. Playing defense with your hands is not the way to go. Good call by the officials. Zhao Jiwei kicks it out. Good ball movement. Japan react well, though. Zhao Jiwei. Jumper skips over the top. That's knocked out of bounds by Baba. China will get another 14 seconds on the shot clock to work with. Yao Sanying off target this time as China continue to struggle to create high percentage opportunities in that half court. Baba now drives inside. Togashi finds Watanabe at the top. Back of the iron, spits it away. Straight into the hands of Togashi, though. He'll drive down the lane, high off the glass. Oh my goodness, almost got his angles to perfection. Instead, Hugh Watanabe scoops it up and puts it back for two. Into the corner, three ball. Not this time. Nishida. Layup is easy for Liao Sanying, really growing in confidence. See some changes here from both coaches. Whipped through. Yuta Watanabe. Spin move. Good defensive stand, but Watanabe's just too good. Takes his personal tally up to 7 now. Zhao Jiwei for 3. Comes up short. Kirk with a rebound, just shrugs Zhao Jiwei off. Watanabe with the spin, but draws the foul. That's the previous move. Great defensive stand. You cannot ask more than that. Look how close he is, but Yuta Watanabe says, just not good enough, my friend. Kirk, little shovel shot with the right hand. And Japan are accelerating away. A game-high 14-point lead with a little under 6 minutes left in this first half. Timeout's going to be called by China as they use their second and final timeout. We'll head straight into the huddles, hear what the coaches have to say. Well, Japan continue to shine through as we see Schaefer enjoying the game from the bench right now. He sits there with 2 fouls. China back in control of the game, bringing it up over the court now. How do they react? How do they try and fight their way back in? If they get it to single digits before the half, that will give them some confidence. Offensive foul, though, is going to be called on Yui Jahao. A moving screen. The last thing they'll have wanted coming out of that timeout. Kirk. Watanabe hands it back. Patience being shown by Japan. They know they can get looks in the half court. A little hesitation, comes all the way through. Catch and shoot on the wing. Not this time. Good defensive stand by China that time. On the wing for 3. Oh, that's a big shot. And Shening with a big play. Back to an 11-point ball game now. Nishida hands it back. Togashi back to Nishida. Nishida will draw the foul on his way to the basket. Here's the 3, though. A little jab step created the separation he needed to get that one away. Nishida heading to the line for 2. 1 from 2 so far in this evening's game. Get them both to drop. Back into the game comes Schaefer. Kirk heads to the bench. Coach Okatani working his team's rotation well. All 12 players have seen court time already this evening. Catch and shoot. Trying to build that hot hand. Not this time, but a huge offensive rebound. Tough play by Ju. He'll have to go to the line to earn his points. That's a towering play. Gets in amongst the trees and comes away with possession. Schaefer called for the foul. That's his 3rd. Ju at the line for 2 shots. First is good. One of the 5 players that returned from that first window for China. Played a lot of minutes in that first window, Junlong, but didn't really have a huge contribution. Saito hands it back out. He's come in to replace Togashi. Drive inside, knocked away. Smart hands offered up by He. Only 4.4 seconds left on this shot clock. Catch and shoot, short corner. That's a tough shot. That's a very, very difficult shot. Nishida with the score. Takes his tally to 6. Sorry, to 8, my mistake. I'll have to come back out to the top. Drive to the basket, Zhang. Knocked out of bounds. China will have possession on the baseline, but only 2.1 seconds on the shot clock. Defense of Japan starting to go through the gears again, trying to close down, lock out China here in this second quarter. Thrown away. Watanabe intercepts. Oh, nice pass, but blocked from behind. The chase down was there. Glide inside, awkward shot. Foul's going to be called. Basket waved away though. Zhao Rui will have to earn his points from the free throw line. That's a beautiful pass. In fact, was it just oh, that's an interesting one. Looking at that replay, did the defender catch the rim? If they did, that would have been a goaltend. Ando comes back into the game for Japan. First is good. And the second, as Japan kind of hold themselves in this game right now. They know they're not playing at the level they can, but if they can compete and keep themselves relatively close, if they can find a little bit of rhythm in the game, it could be enough to get them into the lead. Watanabe now shaping up, attacks the basket, spin move, spins back again, off the glass for two. He is a smooth mover, Yuta Watanabe. Foul's going to be called, blocking foul whistled on Baba. Spins one way, spins the other. And Togashi enjoyed that one. Well, it certainly looked like it was straight off the street ball court for me. Zhao at the line for two. First is good. Three from three so far, Zhao Rui at the free throw line. Make that 4 from 4 now. Nishida kicks it to the corner. Baba, little shot fake, takes it a second time. Rebound pulled down by Nishida. Yu Watanabe along the baseline. Look at this ball movement from Japan. Selfless team basketball. And it leads to a bucket. They are playing with such a rhythm. Look at the smile on Coach Okatani's face. He knows his team are dropping into that zone, into that rhythm, where the game becomes automatic. China call a timeout, 2:29 left in this first half. We'll jump into the huddles, hear what Coach has to say. Certainly get a sense of the frustration from those Chinese players, and I'm sure the Chinese fans that we see in the crowd here in Okinawa, waves from them. But you can see the Chinese players aren't happy with the way the game is going or how their performance is playing out just yet. Can China find a little bit of rhythm here in the closing couple of minutes of the first half? It's a kickball, so shot clock will reset back out to 14. Japan still holding this comfortable 13-point lead right now. Stolen away, good read of the passing lane, and an easy one-hander. Baba. Great defense leads to easy offense for Japan. 15-point lead now. Almost stolen away, Baba a little bit over. They're aggressive this time. There's the steal on the previous occasion. Here's the one-hander. Out of the game comes Baba as Hara comes in. First is good for Zhao. Takes his tally up to 7 now. 5 of them coming from the free throw line. Only has 1 field goal so far. Gets a second to go as well. China continue to try and stay as close as they can, heading into this halftime break. Watanabe, elbow jumper is good. Such a smooth operator, plays with confidence and passion. Every time he pulls that Japanese jersey on. Skip through, catch and shoot on the wing, no good. Foul will be whistled, I think, on Hu, just cleaning out. Yeah, prior to that rebound, there was a push into the back. That's why we'll head to the other end of the floor as Hugh Watanabe heads to the line for 2. First trip of the night for him. First comes up short though. Incursion into the lane too early. We'll see a retake of that second free throw. Practice this for what? He's missed both the first attempts. Can he get this one to go? No, he can't. 0 from 3. Only 2 of them will register on the box score, but that keeps us a sort of 15-point ball game as we head into this final minute of the first half. Good ball movement now by China. That's what they need. That's why they need it. Spacing and ball movement creates that open opportunity. Li Hongxian hits the first triple of the game for China. Eight on the shot clock. Smart move, calm play by Yudai Nishida. Final 30 seconds now, about a 12-second difference between the first half clock and the shot clock. Nice pass inside, beautiful timing. It was all about waiting for that double to commit before the pass could be made. Wonderful play. China starting to accelerate and gain some momentum. Three ball, in and out. Big rebound though. Hugh Watanabe won't get the score. And will head back to the free throw line after missing both opportunities moments ago. It's a big rebound, towers high to get that one. Draws the foul, heads to the line. Just 0.4 seconds left in this first half. You can feel the sense of relief from the fans and from Hugh Watanabe as he hits that free throw. Maybe that will give him some confidence for this second one. And it does as he looks to the skies. A heave at the end of the first half is no good. The buzzer rings out as Japan currently in control of this game. All smiles on the Japanese players' faces, concern etched on the faces of the Chinese team. At the half, it's Japan 47, China 33. Here are some of the stats from that first half. Both teams have struggled from outside. It's all been about getting to the basket, getting to the free throw line. Japan playing better team offense right now. That has helped them, without a doubt, get this 14-point lead. Nishida leads all scorers with 12, whilst China's scoring is led by Liao and Zhao with 8 apiece. Well, a lot for Coach Guo to talk about in that locker room in the half for China. They have a lot of questions to answer. Can they disrupt in the second half? Here are some of the top plays of this second quarter of action. China got out to a relatively bright start offensively. Certainly looked much more fluid offensively in that quarter. Scored 22 compared to just 11 in the first quarter. Much of that came from better defense, leading to some transition buckets. They were slow and stuck in the half court in the first quarter. You can see how much more energized and direct they were in this second quarter. But that said, Japan was still able to extend their lead due to Watanabe with a tough move. Hand in his face, fading away. Kirk there with a little shovel shot as well, but signature for Japan is every player that's come onto the floor has delivered. As coach Okatani has made sure players have got looks. That was the first three of the game for China as Zhu Junlong hits that three. Important moment for China, that one, as it triggered a little bit of a push from them. Good defensive hands there by Baba as he breaks away for the two. An exciting first 20 minutes of basketball here in Okinawa, but at the half it's Japan 47, China 33.
We're in for a showdown here tonight. Let's get this body started. Oh my goodness sakes, that's a throwdown. Goes in for the dunk. Good night. Too big, too strong, and just too good.
Bogdanovich, who goes in and scores. Ah!
This is what it's all about.
It's all one big basketball family, folks. He is a magician. Winning time. Both teams over the limit. You have got to be kidding me!
Are they going to get a trap there? Dribbled right into it. Odish. Can he find a way out? He does. Good ball movement for Jamaica. And the Here's the big two-hander. Get out of the way. Things are about to get rough. Chance for Uruguay to win it. Who's going to throw it up? The pass! Bang! Martin Rojas stealing the spotlight. He got it away in time. He gets Uruguay the win.
How many times are we going to see this? Baseline. Are you kidding me?
Papa Nicolau says, give it to me.
Go attacks the closeout, beat Bruno inside.
Fills it up. It's all right.
Well, welcome back to Okinawa in Japan. We're at the halfway stage of game day 3 of the FIBA World Cup qualifiers at the half right now. It is the 25-year-old Liao Sanying who is leading the way for China. He has 8 points, really came to life in that second quarter. You saw him gain a huge amount of confidence and started to take a bit more of a leadership role, particularly offensively in this China team. His team at times was struggling and he put the impetus into the game that they needed and hit some big buckets in that second quarter. They're going to need him to step up and for several of his teammates to step up around him, because at the half, China trail by 14. Now for Japan's leading scorer, Yudai Nishida. Has had a very strong first half, has really mixed up his scoring threat as well. 12 points for him. Couple of triples as well as 3 from inside the arc. Has had a very influential impact on this game. And one of the big reasons right now why Japan lead at 47-33. How composed he is, just hunting a lane to the basket. Wow, what a game we've had here so far in Okinawa. In front of a bumper crowd here in the arena, a noisy crowd in the arena. Japan hold a relatively comfortable 14-point lead against a Chinese team that have really struggled at times to score in the half court. Both teams have struggled from the outside. Both teams exactly the same actually from the outside. 2 from 11 in this first half. For Japan, it's all about getting to the bucket, a little bit of a mid-range game and the free throw game. They won't be happy though, just 55% from the free throw line. If they'd got closer to where they'd normally be, this would be nearly potentially a 20-point ball game rather than a 14-point ball game. But Yudai Nishida has led the way. 12 points already in this one. You have a feeling that he will go beyond the 18 points that he scored against Chinese Taipei in the last game of these qualifiers back in November. But it hasn't been a one-man show, and that's what makes this Japanese team so threatening. Yuta Watanabe has had a strong first half as well. He has 11 points, 2 rebounds and a steal to his name. Every single one of the 12 players for Japan has taken minutes in that first half as well. Eight players have registered points. It really is a bit of a cliche with this Japanese team, but they are a team. They don't rely on one superstar to lead them to a win. They lean on one another, and that is why over the past few years they have grown to become one of the most powerful basketball nations. As for China right now, their scoring is being led by Liao Sanying. He has 8 points in that first half, as well as a couple of assists and a steal. But right now they are just struggling to find some rhythm. Their play is a little bit disjointed. They're having success when they play a little bit more free, open, and they push the tempo. But when they get caught and slowed down to the half court, they are struggling to create opportunities. Remember, they enter this qualification window 0-2 as we look at the stats for Liao Sanying. Had 8 against Korea in the last game. They did have 17 in the one before that, though. So expect Liao Sanying to play another bigger role in the second half if China are trying to take the win. And as I was saying, remember, China enter this 0-2. If they do lose today's game, 0-3 is a big ask as they head into the second half of this first round of qualification. Remember, it is the top 3 teams, so out of Korea, Chinese Taipei, Japan and China, 3 of those will head through to the second round. So it's not a do or die situation. The one thing I would say, though, is all of your results carry through with you. So these losses in the first round, however many they are, will carry through to the second round and will make ultimate qualification for the World Cup in Qatar next year very difficult. Still plenty of time, though, for China here in Okinawa. They trail by 14 and they haven't found their stride. So you kind of think if they can get a little bit of rhythm going in this second half, they're still absolutely within striking distance. Final minute before our tip-off. If you haven't already, do grab hold of your phones, download the official FIBA World Cup app, available wherever you get hold of your apps, and completely free of charge. An app you have to have on your phone, to be fair, one that you can follow everything as we progress through these qualifiers, and one that will have the live stats on there for you as well. There is the QR code, as if by magic. Scan that and you'll be able to download the official World Cup Qualifiers app. China will no doubt try and bring a new level of energy to the floor from the start of this second half. Japan will probably know that that is coming and will need to set themselves to slow China down a little bit, force them to play the half court. Second half underway here in Okinawa at the halfway stage. Game day 3 of the FIBA World Cup qualifiers. Japan lead 47-33, or they did. China with an early score here from Liao Sanying. He gets himself to double digits early here in the second half. Saito, Watanabe, Nishida, Hara and Kirk start the second half for Japan. Another interception for China. Foul's going to be called as Hara gets drawn in and creates contact with Zhao Rui. Zhao looks to be in pain as well on the floor. Coach Guo looks on, asking for an unsportsmanlike foul.
First personal, teams first.
Zhao back on his feet. Good sportsmanship from the crowd. Arrow with his first foul of the game. Officials are having a discussion, I presume it is, whether they think it should be upgraded to an unsportsmanlike foul or not. They are going to go to the replay now and have a look. This is the replay they're looking at. How would you call this? Would you upgrade that from a regular foul to an unsportsmanlike foul? Sure, I would. But again, very clearly, I'm not a qualified referee. This is as a bystander, a neutral. What do you think? Are you upgrading that one to unsportsmanlike? Officials going through the game tape, doing their due diligence. Nope, it will stay as a regular foul. Sideline ball for China. An exciting first 30 seconds of the second half already. China with a steal and a score and a near unsportsmanlike foul. How can China continue to grow here in this third quarter? Heat for three, hits a three, second triple of the game, and now we've got a game. It's a 9-point difference. Japan have been put on warning here. Saito back out to Kirk. Watanabe almost stolen away. Nishida does have it stolen away. Good hands by Zhao. Hands it inside. Liao. China now with some patience, or do they? He for three. That one's too high. Scramble for the rebound, pulled down by Zhu. Liao at the free throw line, back of the iron and away. Saito scoops up a rebound and will look to get Japan set up in the half court. Nishida hands it back now. Yuta Watanabe. Spin move, knocked away. Foul will be whistled though on Zhao. That is his fourth foul of the game, and that is a problem for Coach Guo. And we'll see him leave the action. Maybe a little bit of China's momentum will be lost now. Saito kicks it all the way through. High rebound, physical battle for the boards today. Every missed shot being contested. Liao, who will attack? Stripped away, but it will remain China ball. Little shot fake draws Kirk in. Good spacing by China. But right now their shot continues to struggle. Only really He getting any joy. Nice fast break by Japan. Defense collapses. Three ball won't roll though. Japan are also struggling. Oh, heroic attempt to save possession. Saito Supermaning his way out of bounds to try and get that one, but Here he was leading the charge. Wide open 3-ball. Another miss though. Here's the Superman moment. Baba comes back into the game for Japan. And the elbow, hands it back, he for 3. And he is warming up nicely. And in the blink of an eye, it has become a 6-point ball game within 3 minutes of the start of this second half. An 8-0 run to start the second half for China. 6 of those coming out of the hands of He Jining, as he looks absolutely locked in. Timeout called by Japan. Japan now take their turn in struggling to get their offense, but right now China aren't, and in particular he isn't. He has hit 2 big threes as China have an 8-0 run to start this third quarter. And we absolutely have a ball game right now. Watanabe to Saito. Oh, and that's spilled by Baba. Strong drive to the basket. Now it's a 4-point ball game. China in the ascendancy. A spring in their step. Foul's going to be whistled on Zhao Jiwei.
Third personal, team second. And substitution, Japan, number 3, Seiya Ando.
Ando comes into the game as Saito takes a seat. Ando, shot fake, 3-ball, comes up short, rebound pulled down by Hara. Kirk to set the screen for Watanabe, pulls up long 2. And everything is a struggle now for Japan offensively. It's a similar style of look that they were getting in the first half, but in the first half it was dropping. It isn't happening right now for Japan. He trying to find some space and being suppressed by Baba. Into the corner, wide open, Zhao. Not this time, scramble, rebound is good. Hu with the rebound. And now it is a 1-possession ball game. Spin move, loses his footing, is stolen away. China with a chance to take the lead or even tie up right now. Down low, foul will be called. Watanabe tying up Hu. There's the 3-ball in the corner. There's the scramble down low on the last possession from Hu. Gao into the game. Nishida comes into the game for Japan. Almost 5 minutes of the third quarter played, and Japan yet to register a single point. First is no good for Hu. First trip of the night for Hu. One of 3 Chinese players in double digits right now. Hu, He and Liao. A 1-point ball game, a 13-0 run in this half for China. This is why you have to love these qualifiers, the drama that it keeps delivering game after game. Baba. Mid-range 2. Offensive foul's going to be called on Kirk. That will be his 3rd foul of the game. Let's have a look. Just wasn't quite ready to receive the player, Alex Kirk. Kirk will come out as into the game comes Hugh Watanabe. Five turnovers for Japan in this quarter as well. Certainly hasn't helped their plight. 5 minutes gone. Japan still scoreless in the 3rd. Watanabe with a towering rebound. Drive inside and all the way through for Nishida. Catch and shoot. Ando, no good. Big rebound, towering rebound by Hu Jin-chu. Step through off the glass, not this time. Offensive foul is going to be called on He Xining as I think it's his off arm. Tries to sweep Yuta Watanabe out the way. Let's have a look at the replay. Little half step through, almost a Euro step. Yeah, it's that left arm, just swings across into the face of Watanabe. Coach Guo can't believe it. Ando now brings it up over the half. Japan still trying to find some points in this quarter. Baba. Shot clock at 5. Japan not creating much just yet. Hugh Watanabe doesn't have his feet set at all. Off balance. And that is how Japan maybe settle their nerves a little. Their first bucket, their first points of this 3rd quarter. 6.5 boards for Hugh Watanabe now, and straight away China tie us up. First time we've been tied, well, from the opening tip. Nishida drops it out of bounds. Another turnover for Japan.
China substitution, number 11,
Yu Jihao comes into the game for China as we see a replay of that. Gao, big 3 at the top. Can China take the lead? Gao for another 3. Zhao for another 3, but an offensive foul has been called. Yu whistled for that one. Yeah, absolutely. Almost an inadvertent screen as he collides with the closeout. Zhao Jiwei frustrated because he'd hit the 3. We still have a player on the floor. Nishida back on his feet. I'm not sure we'll need the stretcher. We'll see Nishida head out. There's the foul, and I think it's the landing that causes the biggest problems for Yudai Nishida. Like they say, it's not the fall that gets you, it's the hitting the ground that hurts. Strong move all the way through here for Ando. Watanabe fades away, no good. Japan's struggles continue here in the 3rd quarter. Zhao hands it away. And Yu just hangs in the air long enough to draw that foul. Uses his height advantage and just stays up there long enough. Yu Watanabe called for that foul as well. It's his third foul of the game. Heading to the line, Yu. First trip to the free throw line for him this evening. And a chance to give China their first lead of the game. Comes up short with the first. China have the lead. 27 minutes into the game and they have the lead. Ando. Can Japan respond now? It has been a nightmare quarter for them so far. Ando, tough shot. Easy rebound pulled down by Lee. Zhao waits for the screen. Almost stolen away. Tominaga jumps into the passing lane. Just over 2.5 minutes left in this quarter. What a quarter this has been for China. 17-2. They have outscored Japan. Absolutely phenomenal. Not sure what Coach Guo said in the halftime huddles, but it's absolutely worked. Oh, and another three rains in. Zhao Jiwei. Unbelievable. A 4-point lead for China now. Japan under pressure. A scoring drought. Tominaga. Oh, and that's what Tominaga does. Hits the near impossible. Back to a 1-point ball game. This one's just got interesting. Oh, we have a shootout here in Okinawa. Zhao takes the challenge from Tominaga, raises him another triple. Foul will be called. An illegal screen from Baba. Things just seem to be getting worse right now. Here's the three from Tominaga. That little jab step to try and create millimeters of space to get the release away. Phenomenal. Hara into the game for Japan. Under 2 minutes left in this third quarter. China have hit 5 threes in this quarter after hitting only 2 out of their first 11 attempts. Tominaga putting some energy into this Japanese offense now. Togashi waits for the screen. Now he'll attack and he'll draw the foul. Zhao Jiwei, I think, whistled for that one. Yeah, just steps in, tries to rip it away. Fourth foul for Zhao as well. Both Zhao Jiwei and Zhao Rui both sit on 4 fouls. 2 very influential players for Coach Guo. Six points in this quarter from Zhao Jiwei and 8 points in total for Zhao Rui. Togashi gets the 2 from the free throw line as Japan tried to regain a little bit of composure here in the closing stages of this third quarter. Skipped through. Drive inside, teardrop right hand is good. Liao Sanying. That's a big shot. And that's left Hugh Watanabe in a heap on the floor. Don't know if he came down and landed awkwardly. Went straight to holding that right ankle. Let's have a look. Yeah, I think he's going to come down on a foot. Oh, yeah, you see it jolt. Anyone that's played basketball long enough knows that feeling. Right now, my daughter knows that feeling, as she's on crutches from exactly the same thing playing basketball. So I certainly feel Hugh Watanabe's pain as he hobbles off the floor. .1 seconds left in this third quarter. And a game-changing quarter this has been. China looked completely lost in the first half and have dominated, absolutely dominated the last, well, 9 minutes on basketball. Can Japan find a way to reignite what they were delivering in the first half? An 18-point swing in this quarter. Tominaga, beautiful footwork. Oh, and just about gets the roll on the layup. 2-point ball game now. Sounds maybe a little bit over the top, but whoever leads this quarter at the end could have a real advantage. China lead, then Japan will feel really low on this quarter. Whereas if Japan can get themselves back into it and take a lead, could that give them a bit of resilience and drive to take through to the final 10 minutes? Tominaga. 5 left. Watanabe, no good. And that will be the final buzzer, and it'll be China who unbelievably take a lead into this final quarter. Japan still look relaxed. They don't look overly phased. They know it's a game of ebbs and flows, but right now it's China that's in full flow here in Okinawa. With 10 minutes to play, it's Japan 56, China 58. Here are some of the stats from the game so far. China's third quarter all about lighting it up from outside. They hit 5 threes in that third quarter after only hitting 2 of their first 11 attempts in the game. A real swing in momentum, and that is what has blasted them back into the game and now into the lead. It really was an impressive 10 minutes of basketball. And you just wonder, what was it that Coach Guo said in that halftime locker room that has created such a reaction? It was He Shinang who started that kind of revolution, hitting 2 threes early in the quarter. But that mantle was picked up by Liao and Zhao, and the team just seemed to build in confidence. It's now pressure on Coach Okatani as he tries to steady the ship a little for Japan. I don't think they're overly worried, as we see Tominaga hitting such a difficult 3-ball. Togashi, Hara, Kenichika, as well as Togashi on the floor. Just a reminder, scan the QR code on the screen to get the Courtside 1891 app, or log in via the web to watch live streams, extended highlights of FIBA competitions. Both teams back to the floor in what could be a very important 10 minutes of basketball for both their qualification campaigns. A win would see Japan go to 3-0 and lock in their place at the second round. Whilst a win for China would give them a much needed confidence boost and a bit of a reset, as we see a foul by Gao on that first play of the final quarter. Togashi. Togashi pulls up and hits the two. And it is that veteran leadership that will lead Japan potentially to the big win here today. Game tied up again. Little hesitation. Liao kicks it all the way through. Oh, another big three ball. Ju for the three. I don't know how China have managed to turn on the three ball tap at the half, but they certainly have. Kirk now hands it away. Tominaga gets his defender on his back. No call. Oh, and Kirk with a thunderous right hand. A little flex on the bench from Schaefer. Space for He to get the three away, not this time. Togashi will draw the foul from Gao. Just his second foul of the game. Here's the triple in the corner from Ju. And here's the thunderous right hand from Kirk. Bullies his way to the bucket with that one. Togashi to Kirk. Kirk gets it back. He'll go for the long two. That comes up short, though. Clips the front of the rim and away. Foul will be whistled. And that will see China head to the line for two free throws.
Number 13, Kanechka. First personal, teams first.
Kanechka called for that foul. Zhao Rui heading to the line. Crowd makes some noise. First is good. And the second. Togashi. Little game with Togashi and Kirk. Almost thrown away. It is thrown away. He all the way through off the glass for two. China out to a 5-point lead. Tominaga with the difficult pass, and China make them pay. See some changes now. Into the game comes Nishida as well as Yuta Watanabe. Coach Okatani, I think, wants to bring out the big guns now, throw everything he's got at this. As China looks so much more comfortable and confident here in this second half. Tominaga, oh, it's another big three. What a player Keisei Tominaga is. He is a game changer. At the top for three. Not this time. Kirk wrestles hard for the rebound, deflects it. Togashi gets it back. Tominaga steps out of bounds. Tominaga saying it's deflected. There is a coach's challenge available. The officials are talking about it. I think they're just discussing both the perspectives that they had. And it will remain Japan ball. As the officials work well together to get to the decision. That is why there is a team of officials. Good work from them. Japan now with a chance to tie the game or even retake the lead here. Togashi. Oh, crossover. 3-ball, no good. Rebound falls into Chinese hands. This time, Zhao. Offensive foul is going to be called on Zhao Rui. And that is him out of the game. Foul number 5 on Zhao Rui. Let's have a look. Yeah, it's that clearing right arm. Tominaga certainly made the officials aware of it. But that is foul number 5, and he will have to spend the rest of the game on the bench watching this one. Zhao Jiwei will come in his place. Togashi to Tominaga. Japan a little bit more of a bounce in their step. Nishida inside, tough play off the glass. Yuda Nishida ties us up again. 6.5 minutes left on the game clock. Three from the top is good. Zhao Jiwei with another triple. China living by this 3-ball. Nishida just holds on to the handle, scrambles it back in. Watanabe comes up short, rebound Tominaga. Japan will go again. Togashi for 3, ties the ball game up. Yuki Togashi drains a killer 3 at the top. His crowd are absolutely pumped. Coach Guo will call a timeout as these two teams have now descended into a 3-point shootout with one another. Gotta love how this game's played out. A huge lead in the first half for Japan, and China have come to life in the third quarter, and now it is just a toe-to-toe battle between these two, fighting it out for the win in this qualifier. Timeout call by Coach Guo. No mics in the timeout huddles in the fourth quarter as we get to the business end of the game. But what a game this has been. You'd have been forgiven to think maybe this was on the way out as a game and be decided early when you saw how dominant Japan were in that first half. But huge credit to China. How they have been able to change the direction of this game is phenomenal. Some Chinese fans in the arena doing what they can. As the Japanese crowd cheer their team on as they have all game. What an atmosphere in Okinawa. Find me a better way to spend your Thursday night. Tied ball game, just about 5.5 minutes left on the game clock. Inside and one. Blocking foul called on Watanabe. Who? Too strong, too powerful. Heading to the line for 2 shots. 1 from 2 on his last trip. Sorry, heading to the line for the 3-point play. He was 1 from 2 last time. Crowd getting involved. converts the three-point play. Togashi. Now there's the mismatch to Kirk. Kirk blocked from behind. Japan will go again. Kirk will scramble for the rebound. Instead, it's he that rips it down. Blitz defense offered up by China this time. Pass inside, stripped away. That will remain China ball. No, it won't. The officials have said that's off the leg, I think, of Hu. This was his huge block at the other end of the floor. That is what you want from your big man. Dominating the paint. Togashi now brings it up over the half, under 5 minutes left. Drive inside, too strong off the glass. I think it was knocked out of bounds off the hand of Xu. In fact, no, deflected off a Japanese hand, so it will be China ball on the baseline. All the way through, wide open. Oh my goodness me, misses this time. A rare miss in the second half from Zhao. Watanabe off the glass for two, gets his angles all wrong. China still with a three-point lead. Inside, strong move as China now change their focus from the perimeter to the interior. And Hu steps up in a very, very big way. China's lead out to 5. Coach Okatani will call a timeout for Japan right now. 3:52 left on the game clock. Unbelievable game we've had here in Okinawa. Japan now, instead of having to worry about closing out the red-hot shooters from China's perspective, they're having to focus on how to defend the paint. What a turnaround we've had for this game. It really has been an unbelievable 40 minutes of basketball. Well, not even 40 minutes yet, still 4 minutes to go. What a step up in play from Hu. He's taken his tally to 16 points as well as 6 boards. That's beautiful footwork from the big man. Real grace as he takes it to the bucket.
3 minutes and 52 seconds remaining on the final quarter. And it's Japan ball.
Togashi now ball in hand. Can Japan lift themselves again? Tominagi near enough a logo 3 attempt there. Hu with another rebound. Liao, another player that really helped China when they were struggling early in this game. Liao pulls up mid-range 2. That one's in and out. Hu with another rebound. Right-hand hook, no good. He'll get another attempt, though, and he'll make it count this time. My goodness, China out to a game-high 7-point lead for them. Oh, deflected, so no backcourt. Final 3 minutes. Togashi to Kirk. Back out to Watanabe for 3. That's short. Kirk will grab the rebound and he'll put it back with a bit of authority. Japan almost in full scramble mode right now. He for three. Oh, off left. China's perimeter game starting to dry up a little bit here in the closing stages. Togashi comes back out. Tominaga at the elbow. Comes up short. Zhao all the way through and one. My goodness me. How did he get that one to go? A huge amount of contact. Crosses over to the left hand. Togashi tries to tie him up. Zhao Jiwei, unstoppable. As China continue to extend this lead. Zhao Jiwei heading to the free throw line. Think back to that first quarter when China struggled, only scoring 11 points. They were down by 11 at the end of the first quarter. Now look where they sit. Real drama here in Okinawa. And the free throw is good for Zhao Jiwei. China extend that lead even further. It's out to 8, and we have just 2 minutes left. Nishida hands it back to Togashi. Nishida for three. Back of the iron, Watanabe swats the rebound back to Togashi. Togashi now inside, hands it off. Two off the glass for Baba. What a crossover, good handle. Defense stands strong though. Foul called. We'll send China to the line for two. Baba called for the foul. I think it was that lateral move and the fade as he was trying to take the stand. Officials having a conversation right now. Yeah, it is in the act of shooting. I think originally it had been whistled as a sideline, but it isn't. It's in the act of shooting. Or are they questioning that? Let's have a look. Important moment in the game, 1 minute and 21 to play. China's lead sits at 6. It's comfortable, but not that comfortable. Let's see what the call is here. Here's the foul on Baba. Heading to the line, Liao Sanying now. Big free throws on the shoulders of this 25-year-old. He hits both. It's a 3-possession ball game. The first is good. "13 points and 5 assists for Liao Sanying. It's a second to go as well. How do Japan respond? Where do they go? Do they look to the perimeter? Foul will be whistled on he as he gets wrapped up with Tominaga.
It's going to be his third personal, team's fourth.
Third foul of the game for He. And here's back trying to close Tominaga out. Trying to see the threat that Tominaga poses. Nishida off the glass, too heavy. Good rebound, strong rebound by Hu. Final minute of the game, China edging their way towards a huge comeback win. Oh, what an easy finger roll, Liao Sanying. First double-digit lead of the game for China. Just about 54 seconds left to play. What a game we've had here in Okinawa. Japan dominate the first half. China fly out of the halftime locker room. Unbelievable. A 30-point plus swing in this game. It was a 14-point lead at the half for Japan. That had gone by the end of the third quarter. And China continue to push on here in the fourth. Are Japan about to pick up their first loss of the qualifiers? Are China about to pick up their first win? Wow, this is a huge potential result in the making. Both teams back out to the floor. Really is now a huge mountain for Japan to climb in the final 54 seconds. Coach Okatani looking down the barrel of a loss in his first game in charge of the national team.
Let's get back to the play. Japan ball.
Nishida, Watanabe. Watanabe goes in, strong move, gets a two off the glass.
And substitution. China number 4, Jingwei Zhao.
Strong move by one of the leaders of this Japanese team. Full court pressure now being applied. China just have to get it over the half. Foul will be called on Kirk as he flies out as the safety. That will send China to the line. Yeah, rips it down the arm. Zhu Junlong will head to the line for two. First is good. Ice flowing through his veins. As Coach Guo puts a provisional sub onto Zhu at the line. Misses the second. 9-point lead for China. Togashi hands it to Kirk. Kirk goes inside. Oh, that's a thunderous two-hander. Bring it down, Mr. Kirk. Oh, a collision of bodies on the sideline. A bit of confrontation right now. Players flying off the sideline. Not sure what all the heated exchanges were about. Right now, though, the only thing that really matters is that it's a 7-point ball game. China with the lead and 34 seconds left. Coach Okatani and Coach Guo are certainly being put through their paces here by their respective teams today. Officials back in a huddle to talk about this one. They are going to go and review, which will give the coaches an opportunity for an impromptu timeout. This is the game tape they're going back to look at. I'm not sure what they're looking at, whether it is an unsportsmanlike foul or not. Just looks like a tangle of limbs. He's trying to get the ball up the court. Nishida trying to get his footwork across. Ends up knocking Zhao Jiwei to the floor. I'm not sure it's much more than that. Maybe the officials are seeing something else in that play. What do you think at home? How are you calling that one? Regular foul or upgrading it? Officials are still poring over the game tape. That's what they're looking at. It is Nishida jumping over, trying to put the pressure, but just a half step too late on Zhao Jiwei. And there was a conflict between Tominaga and Coach Guo. That's what's trying to be resolved right now, I think. Officials still looking at the game, looking at the replay, trying to pick this one apart. It's a big call in a big game, taking their time to deliver the right verdict. A little bit of conflict between players and coaching staff there. Not sure why Coach Guo turned to Nishida on the floor. So we see here, there's the collision. Coach Guo asks for the unsportsmanlike and then steps across to Nishida. Not sure what he's doing there, really. Tominaga comes in to step in the way. He goes away asking for a technical foul against Coach Guo. And this is what the officials are trying to pick apart right now. I think it was about the unsportsmanlike and potentially anything else that happened within that behavior afterwards. And they will come back in. Technical foul called on Coach Guo.
After reviewing the play, referee calls a technical foul to Team China.
That will send Japan to the line for one, and then China will get possession back.
Will be shooting the technical.
So Tominaga heads to the line, hoping to bring it down to a 6-point ball game. And he misses. Big moment. Tominaga, one of the best free throw shooters near enough on the planet. One of the best shooters, to be fair. A rare miss for him. So we go to the other end of the floor now, where Zhao Jiwei will have his 2 shots for the regular foul of Nishida colliding with him. The first is good. And the second. They'll make the change, China. Now, can Japan do anything in the final 30 seconds of this game? They trail by 9. It's a huge ask. Tominaga Waits for the screen, doesn't take it, drives inside, off the glass for 2 and 1. Keisei Tominaga drawing the foul. It's not about pace, it's about precision. There's the body contact, and that's where the foul's been called, and Tominaga with a fist pump to the floor. China will call a timeout. 20.3 seconds remaining on the game clock. They lead by 7. Really is still advantage China right now. It really does come down to China trying to close out this game more than anything else. If they show some composure in this final 20.3 seconds, the win should be China's. I'm not sure there's a huge amount that Japan can do outside of that full court pressure, fouling early, sending China to the line. A small selection of Chinese fans in the crowd certainly enjoyed the second half more than they have the first. Tominaga at the line to try and complete this three-point play. Oh my goodness me, he misses a second free throw. And that will be an offensive foul as an elbow is thrown in the face of Kirk by Hu. And this is what I was saying, to a certain degree, China can kind of only beat themselves now, and that kind of play, lifting your elbows over the top like that, is how you do beat yourself in these kind of competitions.
Foul China, number 21, Hu. It's going to be his second personal.
Just his second foul of the game, but that will send the ball back to Japan now. Not sure whether they're looking at this as an unsportsmanlike foul as well, potentially. They are having another discussion. There has been a coach's challenge. They are going to go and review. Going to review to see whether this is an unsportsmanlike foul or not. I think another technical foul has been given against China potentially there. I don't know. Let's have a look and see. Here's the replay they're looking at. It's this elbow lift and swing that the officials are worried about. The contact that catches Kirk, knocks him to the floor. It's just the clear out as he lifts his arms up and swings that elbow through, connects with the jaw of Kirk. Does that hit the threshold for an unsportsmanlike foul? Another one for you at home to call. How are you calling this one? I think this one's a 50-50. I think because it does connect with Kirk in the face, this could be upgraded to an unsportsmanlike foul, which is a huge moment in the game. Would provide 2 free throws as well as possession. Making sure they get the right call again, understandably so. This is a World Cup qualifier. This is a huge game. Let's see what the officials think right now. Let's see. It has been upgraded to an unsportsmanlike foul. That will send Kirk to the line for 2 shots, and Japan will retake possession. My goodness me, drama to the final second here in Okinawa.
ト1本、さらにアンスポーツマンライクファウルがありましたので、その後日本のフリースロー2ショットとなります。
Who called for that unsportsmanlike foul will send Japan to the line and give them the ball back. First, there was a technical that Togashi will take. That free throw's good. And now it's a 6-point ball game. 2 free throws coming for Kirk. Could be a 4-point ball game with the ball in the hands of Japan. Oh, the first is no good for Kirk. Will he make the second? Yes, he does. A 5-point ball game, 17.3 seconds to play. Japan will now have possession on the side. Tommy Naga. Step back 3-ball, Naga. Tommy Naga no good. Watanabe has it stolen away. China will try and get down the floor. Foul will be called. Liao Sanying will head to the line as Togashi picks up the foul. Tommy Naga with a tough long-range three, came up short. Watanabe couldn't quite grab that rebound and secure possession. China once again have the advantage their way. Misses the first though. Back at the line for the second. Won't get the second to go, but they get the rebound. Move inside, and a one-hander. Has that closed the game? I think it probably has. Tominaga will bring it up. Clock running down. Tominaga misses the three, and that is the end of the game in Okinawa. China come away with a comeback win, a monumental comeback win against Japan. What a dramatic 40 minutes we've had. Unbelievable. Truly breathtaking basketball offered up by both teams. What a game. Final score, Japan 80, China 87.
Thank you very much for your great support.
Well, that is another unbelievable 40 minutes of basketball. Truly a roller coaster of a game here in Okinawa. China trailing, heavily trailing for major parts of that game. Down by 15. They come back to win by 7. Unbelievable. It's definitely a game of two halves. Japan dominating the first, China dominating the second. Leading scorer Hu with 20, Nishida and Tominaga both have 14 for Japan. Well, I think a shocked crowd are leaving the arena here in Okinawa, and a huge sigh of relief for China. They move to a 1-2 record. That is a big, big win and gets their qualification campaign underway. Here are some of the highlight plays from that fourth quarter. China, their highest scoring quarter of the game, putting up 29 points as they continue to rain down the threes. Japan picked up their offensive production in that fourth quarter, but it wasn't to be, it wasn't enough. And China will come away with a huge win here. 5 players, in fact, in double digits for China. He ended up with 12 points off 3 triples as well. Tominaga had an impressive game, joint leading scorer for Japan with 14. Togashi tried to help lead his team. Wasn't to be today. Instead, the main man there, who 20 points, 12 rebounds and a block to his name. It's a big performance by the big man. You just wonder, what did Coach Guo talk about in that halftime locker room? Because that was a different China that turned up in the second half than the first. It really, really was. They were down by 14 at the half. They were up by 2 at the end of the third quarter, and they win this game by 7. Absolute drama here in Okinawa. Unbelievable scenes. Here is the group as it stands right now. Japan still top of the table, 2-1. Korea take on Chinese Taipei later today. China in third spot, 1-2. They have got their first win of the qualifiers under their belts. Remember, top 3 teams head through to the second phase of these qualifiers. Big games coming up on Sunday for both of these teams. But a wonderful 40 minutes of international basketball. A real curtain raiser to a certain degree for these qualifiers across the world. As China just held their nerve and pushed all the way to the end. And China ultimately coming away with a 7-point win. Final score, Japan 80, China 87. But as I say, a game of two halves. Japan looked unstoppable in the first. A revitalized and refocused China came out in the second, and it was China that ultimately picked up their first win of the qualifiers. Final score, Japan 80, China 87.
期待しております。お怪我にないヘッドコーチでした。続きまして西田選手です。お疲れ様でした。今日の試合振り返ってください。
まずはたくさんのご